Power query has square brackets, curly brackets, parentheses. Almost every bracket you can type on your keyboard. So how do you know which one to use? Here is the simplest way to think about it. Imagine your data is a table. If you want to move across the table to a column, use square brackets. If you want to move down the table to a row, use curly brackets. Let me show you. I'll create a new step. At this point, source represents this entire table. Suppose I want the city column. I'll write city in square bracket. Power query returns the entire city column as a list. Now notice something important. Once you have a list, there is no columns anymore. The only direction left is down. So if I want the eighth value in this list, I simply write 7 in curly braces. Remember, Power Query starts counting from 0. So 7 means the eighth item. Now let's take a different route. Instead of selecting the column first, I'll select the eighth row first. So I'll write shows 7 in curly braces. This time, Power Query returns a record. A record is simply one complete row of your table. It contains every column and its corresponding value for that row. Since a record contains multiple fields, I now need to tell Power Query which field I want. That's where square brackets come in. If I write city in square bracket, Power Query first moves down to the eighth row using the curly brackets and then moves across to the city field using the square brackets. And that's why these two expressions return exactly the same result. One goes column first, then row. The other goes row first, then column. So here is the rule you'll never forget. Square brackets moves you right to a column. Curly brackets moves you down to a row. Once you start visualizing your data this way, Power Query brackets becomes incredibly easy.